Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks bringing you the daily Apple report for Friday, February 24th, 2023. Before I click through all the charts, just want to encourage you to please click like and subscribe. Also, share the content with friends and colleagues. Helps us out a great deal. Also, check out wickedstocks.com. We offer daily triple Q, daily SPY analysis like Tesla, like Apple that you never see on YouTube. We do a couple stock picks, 10-minute videos each a week. We did one on Thursday in Home Depot. We did one earlier in the week in Uber. We updated our clientele, our subscribers on Thursday in Microsoft, in Google that were put out a couple of weeks ago, so forth and so on. Also, weekly S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, the TLT, that is the long bond ETF. So check us out. We offer a 5-day money-back guarantee, and it's $47 a month for all that. Anyway, let's take a look at the charts. This is the big picture. I like to start there and work our way into the day. In early January, we tested a targeted long-term support area in the lower 120s. And after having tested it, mentioning how the 170s are in reach by some point in 2023, later in the year. I don't know, I haven't done the exact math, but 60, 70% of the way there, perhaps. But we have fallen off in the last week or two. It's worth mentioning that along the way, and I'm going to be bringing this up in a moment, that we settled above both 138.10 descending long-term speed line and this meaningful channel top that's 5 or 6 months in the making at 142.66. And that 142.66 is presently converging with a longer-term speed line that is coming up. And I'll get to that in a moment. But for right now, let's take a look at the day itself and into next week. We have this meaningful support area, this simple horizontal channel bottom that has held pretty decently over the last few days. Yes, we broke below it. We even closed below it by a hair on Tuesday, but that was a no-go in terms of a sell signal. I'd mentioned that it deserves another day, and in fact, a settlement below 147.83, the low of that pullback high from a few weeks ago, would be the downward pivot point, the downward tipping point into next week. But so far, we haven't been doing it. We've been testing this area, 147.83 to 148.17, able to contain selling into later next week, and above which this 154.86 channel top remains a 3 to 5 day target. So holding above 148.17, just know that 154.86 remains a 3 to 5 day target. If you've been getting long in the 147, 148 handle over the last few days, which is the trade to make, if your time horizon is 3 to 5 days, for instance, then 154.86 is the point you're holding out for in terms of taking profit and potentially setting a short trade, although I'm not going to go there right now. Now, I do have a descending 1/3 speed line today at 149.42. It was a little higher actually on Thursday, and in fact, we opened a dime above this line, took it out by just a hair, and then fell off. We closed below it. It is an upward pivot point for the day. So I do, and I don't normally do this. It's hard for me to weight some of these levels properly the way I like to. But 149.42, you see that up, it's up pivot. So if we push or open today above 149.42, and it's quite possible because we settled right in that vicinity. So if we open a little higher, we could test 152.27 intraday. In fact, I think we probably would test 152.27 intraday. 152.27, nothing more than a 50% upside retracement from this high that was put out several weeks ago against the recent move low on Wednesday. Thursday, we almost retested that by a hair, but the move low so far is Wednesday's low. 50% of the way back up on those two extremes is 152.27. So I can simply say that holding above 148.17 will keep 152.27 in reach today. But in terms of momentum shift, the follow-through buying pressures that may occur on an intraday basis, 149.42 I think offers a decent upside pivot, 152.27 then likely. But keep in mind, still anticipating this 154.86 channel top. If you like the daily Apple report, a wickedstocks.com membership delivers regular daily video analysis in both the SPY and the triple Q. Weekly video analysis in the S&P 500 index, the NASDAQ 100 index, and a U.S. Treasury ETF, and 2 individual stock pick videos every week. do yourself a favor and check out our other content by clicking the link below. And so just know continued daily settlements above 148.17 should yield 154.86 over the next 3 to 5 days. And if we settle today, for instance, above 152.27, and we're just another day or two away from reaching 154.86. That's a 2-star resistance, able to contain 2 to 3 day highs when tested. From there, we could fall back into the 148 handle again within 3 to 5 days of doing so. But also keep in mind that we are in the midst of a long-term buy signal, not only having come off of that long-term support in the 120s that I showed at the top of the video, but also more recently above, for instance, this 142.66 descending channel top. This has set up a 3 to 5 month upside objective at 172.77. And so I don't see it today, but if over the next 3 to 5 days we close above 154.86, then we should, within a matter of 3 to 5 more days, push into the lower 160. So it is a bit stair-step on the way up, but this is weighted as a 3-star resistance. You can see if we close above 154.86, 3 to 5 day buy signal into the low 160s, 160.48.49, combination 5/8 Fibonacci, and descending 2/3 B line off the same two extremes, A, B, able to contain weekly buying pressures. I want to say likely to contain weekly buying pressures, and we may fall off from here for a number of weeks. So I think I've been mentioning this, that if we are to test the low 160s over the next couple of weeks, and once again, it is considered a 3 to 5 day target above 154.86, you could, liquidate a long position if you've been holding out since the buy signal above the 130s, 140s several weeks ago. You could consider liquidating at least a part of that. If you're a 3 to 5 day swing trader above 154.86, you could not only liquidate that, but also go short back to the downside into the mid 150s again, or even lower. There is the possibility that after testing the low 160s, we could fall all the way back into the lower 140s. And that would present an opportunity to buy, say, 140 out of the money puts that don't expire for at least several months. Inversely, if we close above 160.49, know that it is consistent with this overall objective at 172.77, and that's probably 2 to 3 more weeks where profits can be taken on any time horizon and perhaps a short position placed over the longer haul. If we were to close above 172.77 in the coming weeks or coming months, that would be a significant upside shift for Apple. Bullish continuation then expected into later year. Let's cover the downside, and I'm going to mention that if we close today below 147.83, the low of the high, I call this the slippage factor against 148.17, then we expect by the end of next week 142.66. 142.66 is once again this long-term descending channel top, and as it turns out, we have a rising speed line presently at 142.32. So I could have a down arrow here, should have a down arrow here, but if we close below 147.83, two things. One, if you're long and you're a 3 to 5 day swing trader, my suggestion is to at least exit that long position and consider going short, maybe buying 142 out of the money puts that don't expire for at least a week. You might go a couple weeks out on that. The 142.32 to 142.66 area is presently a longer-term support area because of its correlation with this long-term channel top. And that area can absorb selling, especially with respect to the channel top, on a monthly, possibly through Q1 basis. And from here, we can turn back up again. If we were to close back below 142.66, there is the threat that this thing could come unraveled to the downside in a meaningful way. But we'll cover that at that time. I don't really want to go there because I don't think it's likely. I'm going to leave you with this image here. Bullish today above 149.42, and actually into next week above 148.17, expecting 154.86 over the next 3 to 5 days. Please click like and subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. See everything we have to offer. We offer a 5-day money-back guarantee. No questions asked. I'll be back rather a Sunday afternoon with Monday's Daily Apple Report. You have a great weekend.